What's going on, YouTube? It's been a long time since I've last made a video. As you can tell, my room is a lot different. I've moved, which is kind of the reason why I haven't posted any videos. Plus, um, I haven't been really doing much gaming, and there hasn't been really any Falcons news other than today. As you can tell, I'm a little bit disappointed due to the Falcons' loss, but I kind of knew this was going to happen. I mean, I'm disappointed, but I'm not as disappointed as if we had lost to another team, a team that we could beat. But as we all know, the Falcons playing at New Orleans, we don't ever win there. The last time we won there was 2010 when we went into overtime, and their kicker, I think it was Garrett Hartley, he missed the chip shot, and then Matty Ice drove down the field, and Matt Bryant kicked the field goal to win the game. But that was the last time we won at the Superdome. And coming into this game, I knew it was going to be a tough one to win. You got Sean Payton coming back, and it's a Superdome. You got Rob Ryan, the defensive coordinator. The place is packed. It's the first game of the season. I knew we were going to climb a big mountain. But the Falcons, the first quarter, as usual, they always start off fast. You know, the Matty Ice was looking great. They were running. The Steven Jackson was actually running the ball well. I was really surprised when he had that 50-yard run in the third quarter. That was fantastic. I mean, I can tell you right now, Michael Turner would have probably gotten, had it been that run, he probably would have gotten at least 15 or 20 yards. He doesn't have nearly the amount of breakneck speed that Steven Jackson does. He really showed it today. I mean, 77 yards on 11 or 12 carries. That's due to the fact that the Falcons were playing behind the majority of the game. They couldn't really, give the ball to Jackson a lot of the times. They kind of had to play catch up. Really, the only thing I can take away from this, there's two glaring things. One, the offensive line looked terrible in the second half of the game. You're talking about a Rob Ryan, and it's Rob Ryan, and that's, but they're adjusting to a new defensive scheme. I can't really name one player on the front seven of the Saints, aside from Nix and Lofton, that are really standout players. And that second half, the offense looked terrible. The offensive line couldn't do anything. Matty Ice, he would drop back, and all of a sudden he had four guys in his face. Again, it's the first game of the season, but this is a big problem. And if A, the Falcons can't run the ball, and B, if Matty Ice can't get any protection, this is going to be a long season. And second part, it might have been a minute thing, but to me it was pretty big. It was in the third quarter, and it was a 3rd and 8. And Matt Ryan throws a pass to Harry Douglas, who makes a fantastic catch. But there's a holding call on Sam Baker. And kind of nullified the play. We lost the momentum. Because that was a big third down conversion. And then, we go from 1st and 10 to 3rd and 18. We got to punt the ball. And that just the whole momentum kind of trickled down there. The defense played very solid. I'm really, really happy for our corners. They did a fantastic job against the wide receivers for the Saints. Robert Alford did a great job. I didn't see much of Trufant. I think he had maybe 1 or 2 broken up plays. Corey Bierman did excellent. I think there was one blown coverage. It was the touchdown to Marcus Colston in the third quarter. Bierman bumped him, or McLean was supposed to pick him up, and he kind of just lost sight. And it was that great touchdown catch on a 3rd and 8, I believe, in the third quarter. Overall, the defense did fairly well. You hold the Saints to 23 points. That's pretty good. It was really just, again, coming up short. Falcons driving down the field. We've seen this time and time again. It happens against the Saints. For some reason, I don't know what it is. It happened last year. When we were 8-0, we drove down the field. And we, couldn't convert. No, sorry, not last year. It was 2 years ago. We drove down the field. We were at the goal line and we intercepted the ball. I don't get it. It's just for some reason, it's that place. We cannot win over there. But aside from that, Matty Ice looked really well. Tony Gonzo, of course, he looked fantastic. Julio Jones, aside from the fumble, he looked spectacular. Roddy White was a little bit quiet, but I mean, Harry Douglas, I told you guys, this guy is really good. And playing out of the slot when you have Jones and Gonzo and White covered, he was going to be open, and he was. He was open a lot of times. He made some fantastic catches. Steven Jackson proved that he can catch the ball out of the backfield, and that kind of opens up our playbook a lot more because, when we had Turner, he couldn't do shit. You talk about a screen game, that's for shit. I would have liked to see Jizz used a lot more. But we were trying to play catch up most of the time. We weren't really catching up. We were down. We were only down by 3 or 7 points, but obviously we got to win the game. So we were playing a little behind. I would have liked to see the no huddle a lot more. We didn't use any of that. We only used it in the fourth quarter when we were down, by 6, and we were driving to try to tie the game. The offense looked freaking phenomenal when you're in the no huddle. Dirk Cutter, I don't know what you're doing. Come on, you got the freaking best playmakers in the game, one of the best quarterbacks in the game, an elite quarterback. He's starting to become elite. You do those quick slants, Matty Ice is not going to get in trouble. So I don't get it. But, again, I'm disappointed in the loss, but I kind of saw it coming. It's really tough to win over there. We kind of started off the gate a little bit slow, but I think we'll pick things up next week. We can face the Rams. That's going to be a pretty. People are not looking. People are kind of going, "Oh, Rams." They're actually a fairly good team. Last year, they tied with the 49ers and they beat them. And you talk about Jeff Fisher and a good, solid defense. The offense, they don't have anyone. It's kind of. They got Sam Bradford. I think that's about it. I don't really know. And Darrell Richardson, the new running back, rookie running back. But I don't really see much offensive firepower from that team. But their defense, you watch out. They're going to be a pretty good defense. But again, tough loss for the Falcons. I would have liked to see them score more points, obviously. But I think, give this team a little time. You'll see that we'll start averaging 30 points. I can't imagine us not doing it. It's just, there's so much that this team can do in terms of Matty Ice, in that fourth quarter drive, he was putting the ball, my God, there was so much precision. Right in the corner to Harry Douglas, right? Just perfect throws. And Julio Jones is making fantastic catches. So this is just a preview. All right, so yeah, you can be upset to a loss. Of course, the Saints, we hate them. But again, don't get too upset about it. I'm not too upset. It's just we can't win over there. So you kind of tip your hat if you want to, whatever you want to do. Tough loss. Move on. Get ready for the Rams, and I'll make a preview video for that in the coming, the week before or the day before or whatever. But thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys soon.